Hey guys, Kapper here, and welcome back, and welcome to any new viewers or subscribers. Thanks for joining us. Another exciting adventure video here. This is going to encompass quite a few things for this very first sit in the deer tower, particularly all the hardships that went into this property and some of the reasons that I do what I do. Let's go back to this spring. So this was the year that I was going to turn the corner on this farm. I had my 2 surgeries out of the way and I was feeling pretty decent. I planted probably 8 or 9 acres of soybeans and corn out in these big plots. You know, we had some breakdowns with the tractor and stuff, but relatively minor stuff. But then we had just record amounts of torrential rainfall this spring and even into summer. And it devoured the crops, and it promoted weed growth that was just insane. So I couldn't keep up with the property. So like you see this one I'm mowing, this was like one of my treasured clover plots. Well, because I was down for the better part of a year, I couldn't keep up with these, and the weeds just took everything over. And that wasn't just me. I've talked to farmers. The soybeans, everything is half as high as it normally is because of this crazy year. So then we came into a drought. The last month and a half of summer was a super hot drought. September was an absolute all-time record high, the hottest September ever, with virtually no rainfall. So then came time for the fall plots, and I stagger them. I think I have 8 or 9 or 10 of them on our farm. So with that September drought, all of these plots got burned up. Some of them didn't even germinate. So most of them I planted again. I replanted them twice, and then I overseeded them yet again a third time. And I have several friends that didn't plant fall plots because there was no rain. And I tried to encourage them. I said, well, you got to try something, because depending on what you use in the fall plots, as you're going to see here in this first sit, you know, your grains, your wheat, your oats, triticale, that's all going to keep growing all the way through the winter. So I replanted them all late, and there's hardly anything coming up now, but you're going to see it was just enough. They've got roots now, and the deer are pounding them. And that's where we're going to take off from here. So back to my very first hunt. As I'm walking up, you could see the fresh dirt here. Interesting enough, yesterday, actually 2 days before this hunt, I was in here doing tractor work, and I was doing a cardinal sin, according to the deer legends, is I was actually in here trimming the cedar tree. I went out and trimmed a lot of my stands less than 48 hours before this very first sit. So I used my pole saw, which is, you know, like a chainsaw. In here I had to lean out the window. So I stunk the whole area up. The inside of this blind stunk like gas and oil mix. I was sweating my nards off. And yet, look at what I saw here just less than 48 hours later on my first sit. So the does came in pretty early and they all cleared out, and then what you dream about happening finally happened. The reason I was hunting was because I had good trail cam intel that this buck was hitting this plot before sunset for like 4 out of the last 7 days. And I wanted to get a good look at this buck because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put an arrow up after him or not. I knew it was a 3-year-old buck. But I wanted to see up close and personal whether I was going to try to harvest this deer or not. And sure enough, he came out just like clockwork. I had a perfect wind coming right in my face. He was at 25 yards. I got the camera running. I got the binoculars on him, and I had plenty of time to take a good look at him. And so after getting a real good look at him at 25 to 27 yards with the binocs, with the camera, I knew he was a 3-year-old. I confirmed it. I decided I was going to give him a pass. My goals, we have 150 acres here, and I'm trying to look out for the overall future health of our deer population and recreational activities and stuff. So my hope is that he'll survive, and maybe he'll stay close enough. I mean, I'm his core area. He's on our property like this every day, and you'll see what he does here in just a few minutes after he feeds for 25 minutes. But I'm going to give him a pass for now, and I suppose I could change my mind, but I've got plenty of 3-year-olds. So I'm hoping if he could survive another year, he would just be an absolute stud. And right here, I'm going to just take a quick second for a shout out to basically one of the people that I have looked up for a long time, and he's plenty famous on his own, but Bill Winke from Midwest Whitetails. I've watched him for many, many, many years, and he's done it all on his own. We're kind of in the same age group. Bill, I think he got me by a year or two, but I appreciate watching all of his stuff and his land management. He's done it all on his own, and now he's partnered up with Realtree, but he's the same Bill that he was 10 years ago, even 15, whenever he started this stuff. But he's just very inspirational to watch on how he meticulously goes over the land and his strategies. So I'll put a link down below, even though he doesn't need it, but just wanted to say thanks to Bill Winke. So let's finish out the footage of this beautiful, magnificent animal and just watch him march off into the sunset, which coincidentally is in the very center of our property, which is the direction that he's going. So thanks a lot. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you on the next go around.